The red-hot Baltimore Ravens travel to Cincinnati this week, and the winless Cincinnati Bengals. And we all saw Sunday night from Lamar Jackson against the Patriots. There really is no defense for his skill set and his talent. Let's take a couple of plays from Sunday night. This is just a read option, basic read option. And the Patriots, they're waiting for him. 3 players waiting for him. But Lamar Jackson has a mind of his own. He has his own vision. Once he recognizes it, he takes it back door. He finds some softness in an alley down to the goal line and would score on the very next play. Now, this play right here is a prime example. The Patriots completely saw this play off. They have it figured out. A little boot action, roll out to the right. All of his options are covered. They want to keep Lamar Jackson in the pocket. That's what everybody says. Keep him in the pocket. Well, John Simon tried to do that. So did Dante Hightower and Lawrence Guy. They want to keep him in the pocket. Here's Lamar now, creating after the X's and O's. There's Kyle Van Noy. Keep Lamar Jackson in the pocket. Everybody says that. But as he keeps holding on to the ball here, the lanes expand. He takes the ball all the way out of bounds. They don't rip the flag off him right there. Even the cart camera couldn't find Lamar Jackson on Sunday night. Look at this play on the opening drive. This is a fly sweep to Hollywood Brown. But the Patriots are trying to shut down Lamar Jackson. All eyeballs on Lamar. They use him as a decoy. And Hollywood Brown went for 26 yards. And then the things they said Lamar couldn't do. Oh, he couldn't. Once you take the first read away, he can't get to a second option. Well, the Patriots take his first read away here. He immediately, seamlessly goes to his second option, Nick Boyle, and throws a dime as he's getting hit. Lamar Jackson showed the NFL and everybody that his talent is supreme. And I don't think that there's a defense that can really contain the talent of Lamar Jackson. And those are a couple plays from this week.
Week 10 matchups here. Carolina at Green Bay. We already talked about that one. The Rams go to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. Aaron Donald returns to the place where he played college ball. Monday Night Football is Seattle at undefeated San Francisco. And then Sunday Night Football is Vikings Cowboys from Dallas, as we find out who has the edge, presented by Volvo. We have the Vikings over here, JJ.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
have the 5-3 Cowboys over there, JJ.
Yes, we do.
Want to do a little tail of the tape?
Absolutely.
Let's start with the quarterback. Who has the advantage?
Quarterback, I'm going with a guy who wears purple, and he's playing at an MVP level right now. That is Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins is playing football right now. 16 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Dak has not taken care of the ball. We've seen that the very first play against the Giants. But Kirk has it going right now. And the best thing about it is he knows what he is on that offense. Play action pass. It's okay to hand it off to Dalvin Cook, and I'm taking shots when the guys are open down the field. He's playing some good football right now. I'm taking Kirk.
Last 4 weeks or so, he's been giving them their money's worth, which is what they want. Running back, this is a tough call in running back.
It's tough, but I am going to another guy that wears purple, and that is Dalvin Cook. I keep telling the world, listen to me. I keep telling the world this is the second best running back in the National Football League in Dalvin Cook. He can run it. He can catch it. He's never tackled by the first guy. I seen last Monday night Zeke was tackled by the first guy way too many times, and he had big holes to run into. He does not get tackled by the first guy. He is dominant. I'm taking Dalvin Cook.
Let's go quickly through the last 3, the pass catchers, including the tight ends.
Pass catchers, no Thielen. I got to go with Randall Cobb. I got to go with Gallup. I got to go with Amari Cooper. Listen, these 3 guys, you got to play them one-on-one because of 21 in the backfield. They are going to get separation. Dak will find them. I think biggest game right here, these 3 pass catchers will have their day with that Vikings defense.
Zim or Jason Garrett coaching?
Oh, I got to go with Coach Zim.
Okay.
Coach Zim, he's going to dial up some plays to be able to get his team in the right position. I'm a believer in Coach Zim. I played against Coach Zim way too many times to know that he's going to be ready. He's going to have his guys ready to play. I got to go with Coach Zim. And defense at home, man, I got to go with that Cowboys defense. This is the Hot Boys. I got to go with that Cowboys defense at home.
All right. It's a primetime game, Sunday Night Football. Guess who's won the most wins in prime time since he entered the league? It's the guy over your shoulder right there, Dak Prescott.
Oh, no. This is this week. What have you done for me lately?
Rams travel to Pittsburgh on Sunday. It's a big game for both teams and a very big game for Aaron Donald, the Rams defensive tackle, arguably the best player in the league, a native of Pittsburgh and graduate of Pitt, playing in front of his hometown fans for the first time in his NFL career. For more on his expectations, here's 99 himself with Omar Ruiz.
Thank you very much, Aaron Donald. I remember speaking with your mom during training camp, how excited she was for this game this week. Now that it's finally here, how do you harness all that emotion that you'll be feeling on Sunday?
Just trying to keep it all in, but it's going to be a good experience just because, that's my hometown where I was born and raised in, a team that I grew up rooting for and cheering for. So they had the opportunity to play against them and play at home again. That's going to be big, so I'm just excited about it.
And you guys are playing well right now. You've won 2 in a row. Your group has sacked the quarterback 5 times each of the past couple games. We spoke in London about making that a consistent effort. How do you do it this week against what's been one of the best offensive lines in football the last couple years?
Just keep doing what we've been doing. And adding Clay back to the mix. Clay being back ain't going to do nothing but make us that much of a stronger front. So, we just got to do our job. Go out there, play. We got to get their one-on-ones, take advantage of it, and trying to get after the quarterback. And, we trust the guys on the back end to make the quarterback hold the ball a second longer so we can get to him. So, we got a game plan. We got to execute it and get prepared for it and get ready for it, and we'll be ready time for go.
What would it be like to go against your buddy James Conner for the first time?
Oh, it's going to be good. I'm going to be out there talking a little trash because we're talking trash this summer, but it's going to be fun, So I'm just going to go out there, compete, and he's going to do the same thing, and we're going to get after it.
Appreciate your time, Aaron. All right, good luck Sunday.
Thanks.
So according to Mike Tomlin, Donald will be well received by the fans on Sunday, but Willie, they will turn on him fast if he does what he has been known to do. How do the Steelers minimize that?
Wow, that's a tough task. When you're going against Aaron Donald, you got to know he's going to be aggressive. He's going to want to get off the ball, and you have to use that against him. With the scheme runs, you got to run those whams, you got to run those traps, you got to run those counters, because he's going to want to get upfield. He's going to want to penetrate the gap. You got to use those aggressive plays from him, and you got to find other gaps. And then you also got to make sure you got plenty of bodies on him. He's one of those guys that when you go against the offensive coordinator, they're going to slide to him, they're going to double team him, they're going to chip him, they're going to run all these different design plays. And when Aaron Donald's in the middle of the defense, you got to keep him off balance because he's so good, he's so unstoppable.
He certainly has been. Mason Rudolph and that Steelers offense kind of working through some issues this year. Their defense, though, has been pretty good. Since week 4, they're tied for 4th in points allowed, 3rd in yards allowed, 1st in sacks, and 3rd in takeaways. And we will talk about the defense apparently in just a minute, but you want to tell me more about Mason?
Yeah, because we're talking about Aaron Donald, right? So what Mason Rudolph has not been doing is getting rid of the football. He's been holding onto the football. So when you look at these plays, here's a shallow crosser, get it out right now, or a deep over route. The ball has supposed to bend, had come out of his hands. Same thing, he's going to get flushed out of the pocket, but before this happens, Juju is open right now, and you got the back. You can't hold the ball for 4+ seconds as the quarterback going against Aaron Donald and his defense. So if you're going to scheme against Aaron Donald, you may be able to slow him down in the running game, but this quarterback has to get the ball out of his hands. When you see it, throw it. Do not take hits from Aaron Donald. Don't let him be a disruptor in the pocket.
How about the other side of the ball in that defense that I talked about, 2nd on the entire season in takeaways? Patriots, the only team with more than them on the year, though, as you're seeing here, they're 3rd in takeaways since week 4. I'm not sure that this defense gets the credit that it deserves because of the way that the season started there in Pittsburgh. What do we need to know about them ahead of this game?
Well, since week 4, they've been one of the best defenses. You said it, with takeaways, number 1 in sacks. Pass defense, which we've been talking about for the last few years. How can you get back on track with this secondary? And it's all led by the front. This front has number 1 in sacks since week 4. They've been getting after the quarterback. When you got guys like Dupree, Watt, Hayward, with over almost 20-some sacks, these guys are getting pressure. That makes it easy for the guys on the back end. So when you talk about the back end guys, the secondary, which they've probably struggled in the past, Hayward getting into the middle of the pocket. You got Watt outside. You got Dupree, who we've been waiting on to get his act together. He's been playing really well. So that leads us to the back end. So you got Micah Fitzpatrick with 4 picks. He's got a pick 6. He's the leader of that secondary along with Edmonds and the rest of those guys. They are playing better because they don't have time to throw the football.
There were people who questioned that trade at the time. Looking like a pretty good move where we stand right now. Big game for both teams here, trying to stay alive in the playoff hunt. Rams currently trailing both of these 2 teams in the NFC West. The Niners and Seahawks, who play each other this week on Monday night. A strength versus strength matchup. You've got Russell Wilson on one side having the best season of his career, which is saying a lot, versus that San Francisco defense, which has held opposing passers to a 65.7 passer rating. That is no bueno for the opposing passers. How do you see this going?
Well, outside of Kyler Murray, the 49ers have probably faced a number of pocket passers. Okay, they're going against, I'm saying right now, the MVP of the league, and that's Russell Wilson. He's not going to sit in the pocket. He's not going to take hits. He is going to avoid. But when he avoids and he gets out of the pocket, what he does is he can make special plays. So Russell, they call him dangerous for a reason. When he gets out of this pocket, watch all that he does while keeping his eyes down the football field. He is allowing those receivers to unplaster and make plays. That's Metcalf on that one. Here's another play. Remind you, look at his eyes. He's staying down the field. He has great pocket awareness. He's patient. He knows he has those defenders in front of him. He knows his escape routes already. He knows where to go. He knows how to buy time without getting hit, and he can deliver accurate strikes down the field for big plays. Russell Wilson is right now the MVP, playing better than any quarterback, and he's not going to sit there like a sitting duck and let these guys hit him.
I cannot wait for this